What's going on, guys? I'm JAlL. Shout out to everybody tuning in. I want to talk about this heifer here by the name of Ariel Foster. She's 19 years old. She was at I don't know if she's still there or not, at the University of LaSalle, and she was accused of stealing nearly $1 million in a credit card scam. She pled not guilty, and she was released on $1,000 bail. You know what's funny? I have seen people get jailed for less. And this is your criminal justice system. This is your criminal justice system at work. Is that you have men who are sitting behind bars right now with no bail because they were scamming women on dating apps. But this woman stole all this money, 19-year-old. She's a woman. And she get $1,000 bail. And I bet you she may not even spend no time in jail. Because again, the system that we have today, it does not punish women for doing things like this, but they will punish a man for doing these things. All right. Now, what helps her is the fact that she's a 19-year-old female, and they probably feel like she has her whole life ahead of her, so they don't want to punish her too harshly. Now, maybe she's definitely gonna, be back in court, but I just don't see, if you're releasing her on $1,000 bail, how you're going, there's really not going to be any punishment here. You see, females like this, like Ariel, have probably gotten away with a lot of theft because this wasn't her first rodeo. This woman has probably, woman, girl, whatever, she has probably stolen money from a lot of people. She's probably stolen from stores. She's probably stolen from places that she's worked and never gotten caught or held accountable. This is why she was so brazen to do something like this. And that's what we have in society. We have a lot of brazen heifers who are able to do these things and get away with it. Now, I'm going to take a look at this article from CBS News, and I'm going to read some of the excerpts here. One, they said she's a 19-year-old female, again, from LaSalle University. She was accused of stealing almost $1 million in a credit card scam, and she was arraigned on a larceny charge and had $1,000 bail. Investigators initially said that she refunded a total of $547,000 in 8 transactions at her job, a jewelry store in Burlington, in a Burlington mall last month, but Burlington police said the transactions were fake and that she marked the items up in price, returned them for the original price, and put the difference on her credit card. See, she she has intelligence. A lot of these people who do stuff like this have intelligence. And again, this ain't her first rodeo. She's probably done things like this a lot. The authorities also said she spent over $5,000 on a Louis Vuitton purse, of course, $5,000 on a Delta Airlines ticket, and $20,000 for a hotel in Maui, Hawaii. All for herself. I don't know if she helped book with others. I don't know. She then went and bought a Tesla for $35,000. And during her arraignment, the prosecutor revealed new information saying that Foster tampered with the security cameras. Lord, we have a criminal. Listen, she is not going to be rehabilitated if you do not levy a severe punishment on her, because this woman has the mind of one of these criminals that you see on these television shows that they tell y'all about, right? I have no doubt they're going to make a movie about this. But the fact that she was tampering with the security cameras, maybe she's been watching too much TV. When investigators started digging more, prosecutors said they found the fraud happened in even more dates than they originally thought. So when they started at the $500,000 larceny accusation, nearly doubled to almost $1 million. And police told a local radio station Thursday, that's when this was written, that Foster got loose with her work and rang up an order for women. Of course, let me tell you something. When you're dealing with women, women never have enough. They're always going to go for more. They're always going to do it. There's a chance that she could have gotten away with this, but because she was so greedy, like most Western women, she decided that she just couldn't leave well enough alone, and she went for more money. But they said it never cleared it out. And they said a co-worker saw the amount and notified police. It said officers also searched Foster's home in Boston and her dorm room at LaSalle in Newton. She was arrested on campus and later set free on bail. Police seized the Tesla. It's not clear yet how much of the money they will be able to recover. Investigators said customers were never involved and Foster acted alone. And according to court documents, Foster eventually admitted the scam in an interview with investigators and apologized. Of course. LaSalle police disclosed to Burlington police that she had been the subject of investigations and similar credit card fraud to pay tuition, the document said. So again, she's been getting away with it. This heifer has been getting away with it for a very long time, and she has not been held accountable. Of course, you're not going to hold them accountable. Western women are never held accountable. That's why they do dumb things and get caught. The judge ordered Foster to stay away from the store, the mall, and all employees there. Foster, who runs track at LaSalle, is charged with larceny over $1,200 and if found guilty, she could spend up to 5 years in state prison. Now, she's also due back in pretrial hearing on May 5th. She needs to spend that 5 years in jail. She needs to learn a lesson, because I'm telling you right now, if you give her a slap on the wrist, she's going to do it again. She's going to become a scammer. She's going to graduate into an elite scammer. She already is on the, I would say she's at the scammer level of some of these other people older than her. I think she's advanced beyond her years when it comes to scamming. But if you give her a slap on the wrist, she's going to do it again. She's going to do it again. She is going to scam other people again, and it's going to be far worse. She needs to sit in jail, and she needs to really think about what she has done. You cannot allow people like this to get a slap on the wrist, because it's just going to embolden them to do it again. Her whole life might be a fraud. People like this exist. People like Ariel Foster exist. This female had her whole life ahead of her. Now she's going to be spending a lot of years paying that money back, because of course she would have to pay every dime back. Every dime they can't retrieve back, she needs to be paying that money back. This is probably a young, lonely heifer who probably has no friends, who has always looked on social media and see the lives that other people live, and she wants those things. And by the way, say whatever you want about Elon Musk, but people still buy those Teslas. This woman scammed her job in order to get a Tesla. She did it all for the Tesla. Yo, this young heifer needs to spend some time in jail. Do not give her a slap on the wrist. If you give her a slap on the wrist, she's just going to go do it again. She's just going to go do it again. So the best that they can do is just make sure that she goes out there and spends time in jail first. And once she's out, she is mandated to pay every dime that hasn't been repaid back from that store. She has to pay that back. She has to find a way to pay that money back. Her credit needs to be on her credit as well, so she's never able to get nothing in her name, and she needs to be red flagged. They need to red flag her no matter where she goes and works, because I'm pretty sure she may try to change her name. Because I mean, this female is advanced in her scamming already. Just imagine where she's going to be when she's 25. Just imagine how much of a scammer she's going to be when she's 30. I mean, she's already figured out certain elements of scamming. It's almost as if she studied from the best. It's almost like she's been mentored by the scammer elite. Okay, she's on her way to becoming the elite of the elite when it comes to scamming. She's right there. She has all the tools to make a great scammer. And that's exactly why they need to make sure that they're able to monitor this female. Now, I'm not all for big government, monitoring civilians, but this is one civilian that needs to be monitored. This woman stole all this money from the store with no remorse. The only remorse she had is when she got caught. A person like that should not be roaming free out here. I'm sorry. They need to be sitting behind bars, and they need to be thinking about what they have done. This woman could have destroyed that business due to her greed. Her greed could have destroyed that business to where her coworkers wouldn't have had a place to work. But that does not matter to the Western woman because she wants what she wants, right? And a lot of people are going to give her a pass because that's what y'all do. Y'all give these heifers a pass until you come across females like this and they ruin your life. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see y'all next one.